Hello, Javier. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining. Hello, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Hi. So this is really new. You know, I used to do live stream with the ballet classes where I don't see audience comments. So this is really, really great. Isabel, hello, how are you? Good to have you here. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining. Okay, we got 70 plus people here on Instagram. Fantastic. Very good. Oh, YGP Mexico. I just judged YGP here in Philadelphia. Fantastic. My colleagues. Hello, everybody. So we got Instagram here, and we got YouTube and Facebook all going on at the same time. So thank you, everybody, for joining in. We're very excited to have you here. And shall we start? Maybe we should start. Yes? Okay. So everyone, today's topic, you know, I thought about what I wanted to do more live stream because I think this is a phenomenal way for me to connect with people and folks like you guys and really find a more communication channel with my audience and with my supporter out there. Since it's a competition season, it's beginning to blossom everywhere, and because it's a beautiful time of fall and it goes into the New Year's. So competition scene has been, it's picking up, October, November. And yesterday, interestingly, hello everybody, thank you. Thank you from Mexico, and we got people joining from all over the world, just absolutely phenomenal. So what we want to talk about today is, you know, just something on my mind. I think a live stream should be something just casual, something on my mind. So everybody, thank you for joining. Last night, during yesterday's live stream, I had a talk. We made a huge announcement of DUCOMPETE in Singapore. So this is our first annual international classical ballet competition. We made a huge announcement, and finally we wanted to open this in connection with DUCON, and I hopefully it become a really wonderful competition for all the youngsters to participate. And I feel like very proud of arrived to this moment, and I do believe that we have a wonderful product from others and avoid some of the pitfalls from other competitions that I have experienced out there. So speaking of that, during the live stream, a parent wrote in, made a comment and sent it to us privately, said, you know what, this is great, she says, but my daughter's school makes it mandatory, let me just be very important for us to understand. So it's a mandatory to participate in another competition in the same week and not allowing the choices of participate DUCON and DUCOMPETE. You know, I thought about this interesting situation where I feel this is something that I wanted to address for a while. And I was like, you know, today I'm thinking about it, why not? Let's just talk about it. So let's dive in a little bit. Hi, everyone. Thank you. This from Ohio. Oh, yeah. So we were in Philadelphia, yes, last weekend. And anyway, the speaking competition, so the school makes students mandatory to participate in one particular competition, not allowing the choices. So the question for us today, I want everybody to come in. I want everybody to express your opinion, and I want everybody to be a part of this discussion. I think it is the beauty of having public to be a part of this discussion, and something that, you know, for us to see whether we have a solution or not, or whether we have a solution for this type of situation. And So I actually took some time today to analyze this a little bit. And here is what I want to talk about. Please feel free to write in comments and I will stop and then take a look what do you think. So here is a scenario. Okay, here's a scenario. One, some school choose to participate competition, choose particular competition to participate as a team. So this is it's a perfect thing to do because they have group pieces, they have ensemble pieces, 3 people where I saw in all competitions. So have a beautiful presentation, a pas de deux, trio, and a large and small ensemble. So in order to make a cohesive and a supportive and a beautiful event, they make a team, a competitive team out there, right? So choose a particular competition, participating as a team. The benefit of that is this is a wonderful opportunity to show the community, at the competition, show the strength of your school. So basically put all your strength into one engagement to make a statement. And I have to say, my first year took Kirov Academy when I was a director to YGP. I brought nearly 40 students. We have 100+ pieces, and I actually had to rent a truck to transport all the tutus because I want to make a statement. At that moment, Kirov has been kind of a somewhat no wave, not really a big contributor in dance scene, and I wanted to make a statement. So I want to make sure that everybody know we're back, and I want to show the world, show the teachers, show other schools the strength of Kirov. So there was a statement. So I made a scene out of it, right? So we actually had a audition process where I invited. This is how I did it. To be honest, because I wanted to be fair, I wanted to be transparent. Actually, I invited jury member from outside, and they actually from internationally. They participated in a in-house adjudication event where the other juries look at all students and put the mark. They don't know all students. They put the mark, and on the form, and the computer calculates who goes to where, who entered the second, I want to have a set numbers. The students have to reach, let's say, 75 in order to go to YGP competition where Kirov is sponsored. So I made the whole thing very transparent. So, and Kirov went to YGP that year, went to New York, and it was outstanding school, and the teachers, I made an outstanding choreographer because I made all the solos for everything. So it was a really a team event. So in this particular case, so it's very effective to show school strength, and I'm a complete fan of that. I love to see large ensemble in competitions. And hi, Gabriel. Shout out to Gabriel. Yes, hello, Gabriel. I hope you are doing well. I hope you're dancing beautiful. Yes. Can you shout out to Mrs. Gabriel? Yes, hello, Mrs. Gabriel. Thank you for joining. So anyway, I support this kind of thing. I love big ensemble pieces because it shows the school strength and everything. However, if the individual students who wants to participate, but that they are not, let's say, appropriate at this moment to enter it to represent your school, they can certainly represent individually. So they can participate as an individual. This is why the mechanism of you can enter without showing your school's name or teacher's name, you can participate as an individual. It's completely fine. And the experience for the students to have is a completely normal, right? So you still have the jury member to give you beautiful assessment. You still get the comments, everything from the jury members. You still have those beautiful master classes from the teachers. No problem, right? The benefit of the competition, it's absolutely presented for that particular student. There's absolutely no problem. And there is there's a process, there's a fairness, because the issue is here. This is something I wanted to tell everybody. Every competition is a little bit different, right? So some competition favor strong in what? Strong in master classes, right? They have a lot of master classes, so just the competition, just a part of it, but they have master classes, and they have class teachers from all over the world. It's like a workshop, and there's no reason students cannot participate to that, right? So if I'm not looking for to be placed in competition, I just want to participate in master classes. So that opportunity has to be granted. There's no particular reason or the right for a school to say you cannot do this, right? So this is something that I felt it's a bit unfair to this, and a lot of schools, teachers have individual competitions also is appropriate for different age. The intensity is a little bit different. Let's say you are ballet strong competitor, so you can have opportunity to choose the particular competition are suitable for ballet. Or if you are a jazz dancer, so you want to go to the competition is a less ballet but more of a different genre, jazz, hip hop, what have you. If you are a contemporary dancer, I want to show off my contemporary skills, so you can choose those competitions that fit your needs. And all these things out there is beautiful because it's designed to suit different purposes and it give you individual students a chance to thrive. And I love all those opportunities out there just because it they all serve a different purpose. And which is I really love that. So I don't think students should be barred from particular competitions just because I don't believe school have the rights to do so. So here is what I wanted to say about another situation is what's not fair for this to happen is there's reason behind it. So I kind of I don't see it here. Hold on a second. Oh, yeah, okay. So hold on a second. So before we go over, because I want to go a little bit deeper into why this is happening, but I'm going to take a pause, take a little questions. So we have Instagram question. What kind of dancer would you qualify for the Hope Award? Fantastic. Hope Award, can you keep it on?
Yes.
So the Hope Award is a particular student, they see potential. Hope Award is perhaps this student is not there like a Grand Prix. Grand Prix is excellence in both classical and contemporary, right? Hope Award is heavy on potential. So this student perhaps is not there yet, but we see this particular student has a bright future, perhaps, and they're already showing incredible gifts, not just to do jump and turns. There's something about this particular student, and basically, Dance Magazine used to have this 10 dancers to watch for 2026, let's say, 2025, 10 dancers to watch. In the professional world, that was a big deal, right? If you made that list, it's like a big deal because this, for the coming year, basically you tell the public, let's take a look, let's pay attention to these 10 dancers, they're professionals. So somebody made that list, it's a big deal. So look out these 10 dancers. So this Hope Award is like that. Look out this dancer a year or two from now. So we judges, basically YGP, see something in them. So potential heavy Hope Award. That's what I think. So second question, in Singapore, what area will the competition be? Camp be.
Training centers.
Oh yeah, so you mean the location?
Yes.
It's going to be in Singapore Ballet Studio, so we are not in any studios, any particular school studios. So we want it to be very neutral. So Singapore Ballet, Mr. Yannick a great teacher, mentor, and friend of mine, and has been so supportive of me since I was 19. So he was like, when you come to Singapore, you got to come to me. So we're going to use 2 of their beautiful studios at Singapore Ballet and another 2 studios at NAFA campus. So 2 studios in NAFA, 2 studios in Singapore Ballet. So that's where we're going to be. And when is the right moment that's a beautiful question. When is the right moment on point? Right moment on point. It's an individual thing, right? So the teacher have to know. In my opinion, teachers cannot say to the parents, say she's not ready, but she is. So if I was a father who is not involved in this, if the ballet is not my strong thing, if I'm other profession, that answer is not good enough for me. And the most importantly, that answer is not good enough for the child, because the child is not going to know why her friend Susan is on point and I am not, right? So before this decision is given, there's a whole bunch of things we have to do. We have to put students to be in what I call pre-point class, preparation for point. That's a bridge over from flat, soft, complete soft shoes to hard shoes. There is a gray area where actually the way I wanted to do it is to take the shank, the hard shank out of the point shoes. And you still have the hardness of the bottom of the leather thing, but the shank is off, okay? And ribbon is on, so there's a tension on the ankle right here. So the students is not on full point, but they have the sensation, getting the sensation to be on point, okay? So at that moment, I believe there should be a thorough, detailed evaluation process in place. I'm talking about documentation. Let's say October 1st. So the arch is here, and the knee is here, and she gets on balance on 2 legs on the midpoint, has to be in what shape, in what kind of alignment. It all has to be documented for how long. Let's say 2/8 or 3/8, what have you. And if she's on the midpoint, the height of the midpoint is very, very important. So we talk about, we can take a picture, take data. If this height of the midpoint has to be a certain angle in order for point to be safe. So we take a picture, say, okay, here is something we needed to continue to work. The midpoint has to be certain height in order for us to allow you to be on point, right? Then it's the balance and strength of on the midpoint, right? And the strength of the plie, the strength of our back. Everything needs to have a thorough form, in my opinion. It has to be. It cannot just say, you're on point, please go to the store to buy point shoes, and we start on Monday, you're not ready. It's not enough. So for me, I have to take a look at the child, and I will give a proper, it has to be a professional evaluation, absolutely. It has to be 5 points in my book, it has to be 5 points. How straight the knee is, and how strong you are on the midpoint, and the rotation of in plie, and when you go up, how much the heel can be able to come forward, has to be written out. And number 1, number 2 has to be a process. So sorry, the answer is pretty long, but I think I'm passionate about this because the on-point situation. I don't know this question, where you're from, because in America, 12 years old, everybody's on point in competition, 12 years old. No joke, because I actually made a video out of it when I was in Philadelphia, because this thing has been on my mind. But when I go to Asia, I see students, why are they not on point? Because the problem is the ballet, for those variations, I cannot properly evaluate them if they're on the midpoint. So this is something that I've been talking about all the time. The midpoint doing variation should not be a thing. I'm so sorry, should not be a thing. I can debate with anybody with this. And to me, the midpoint, it should be it should not be performed with the tiara, with the full tutu, with all the diamonds, the full tutu. No. If you're going to wear something like this, it has to be on point. Demi-point, just a transition. We cannot stuck in demi-point. I am so passionate about this because just like how we talk, you guys, there is a certain age we have to introduce vocal ability, vocal opportunity for us to express ourselves talking. When we pass a certain time, they cannot talk, we cannot talk anymore. If we don't teach children talk, just like on point. There's a certain age that this technique must be introduced. Okay, my friend Elizabeth, DUCON teacher, how do you deal with the students that is naturally sickled? Well, Miss Elizabeth, you're the expert of this. You should not ask me. Physically cannot produce a sickle feet. First of all, Miss Elizabeth here is our teacher, our teacher. You should be telling me this. I should not be giving you the answer. You gotta have to put your hand on that child. You have to little by little. You have to. But to a certain degree, sickle feet cannot be on point. I have to say this because that is a safety issue, not anything else, right? So we have to make sure. I believe physical training, you teachers have to put a hand on and manipulate their foot, and there is a process for it. But Elizabeth, Miss Elizabeth, you're the expert in this. You don't need me to tell you anything like that. You know exactly what you're doing. But anyway, the demi-point cannot be at the end game. You can't. Because after a while, the implication is after a while, if your placement is used to do turns and jumps and the balance on demi-point, it will be a tremendous effort to transition from demi-point to full point. Then you spend another 6 months just to do that. For me, you might as well just get it in there. You see a child with the strength with your feet, you get it in there. She might only do a half turn. She might only not doing any turn at all. It's okay. It's okay. Take your time because the end product is going to be better. That journey, nobody can skip the journey of be on point. You say, you know, I'm going to have a full ballet experience, but I'm going to put that child on demi-point, and she's never going to be ready on full point. But in order to give her the whole ballet training and experience, it cannot be done. I'm so sorry. It cannot be done. Miss Elizabeth can tell you this. It cannot be done. Your experience, the sensation is completely different on point than demi-point. And classically, on demi-point, you can't partner. You cannot participate in partnering class. You cannot take partnering class at demi-point. So we'll have to gradually but surely to put students on point sooner. In Asia, I'm sorry. Let's say in Singapore, 4 years late. 4 years, I swear to you, 4 years. In America, 12-year-old on point dancing, they might do a hop, they might do something else, but eventually ballet will serve them right. With a proper coach, with the proper technique classes, they will be out there doing things on point at 12 years old. Because if you don't, you'll never be on point, never. If you're 14 on point, goodbye, done. We cannot be on point after that. So it's just something, it's just not right. So here, my daughter has been ballet in 2.5 years, and she's been prompted to professional Vagana, and she's trying to wear points, but I don't want her to. It'll hurt. It hurts. I know, I get it. Sometimes I want to know how that feels. I put myself in those shoes. It's terrible. It's not a good situation. But that's a part of it. That's the whole point of having a good teacher that will support your daughter. It's a journey. It's absolutely a journey that we have to. In order for ballet to teach us something more than just a dance, we have to deal with the discomfort. We have to deal with sometimes pain. I have to say, it's a part of life. It's okay. It's okay. It hurts me too. I have 2 daughters. I hate to see them suffer. It hurts me more than anything else. The kind of pain, it's like nothing can describe to see my children suffer. But sometimes I just have to let them be. That's why I don't coach them. You understand? That's why I don't coach them, because I I just can't. I don't want them to. I hate to see them get disappointed. Things, but it's a part of life. Nobody can. It's a part of life. We just have to do it. I'd love to come to Mexico. Yes, what is important? And as an adult, Mr. Josh, can you bring up that a little bit? So, yes, as an adult, how can you tell if you are really on point? Well, your teacher, you have to trust your teacher. For me, safety is absolutely most important. For adults, you have to trust your teacher. And you have to start slow. Like I teach point. My point class, twice a week I teach point. Thursday night and Saturday morning. Why don't you take RDBC point class with me? How about that? Let me take a look, because I teach adult point. So I don't want to say, I never want to say I'm an expert of anything, but I do have experience in teaching, working with adult on point. I know how the body functions, and I know what the limitation is, and I know where the struggle is. So I can comfortably say I am not reckless when I teach adult point class. So you can just book a Saturday morning class in RDBC. Maybe Mr. Josh can give a link to the website. Maybe she can book a class. Just Saturday morning is a foundational level point class. Let's see. Let's take a look. Okay. So let me be a part of it. You know. So how can I develop courage to make turns afraid of preparation? Okay. It's like you ask me, like, put Mr. Du in a F1 racing car. I'm scared to death, right? It's like going to drive that car. It's like teacher tell you, do a triple period. It's reckless. You need a preparation. So you know what? If you teach me, right? If you give me a lesson, if you give me like a week of lesson, maybe I learn how to handle it. Just like you say, how can I do it without feeling falling? Because you're afraid. The falling part is that you don't know, you're not understanding the mechanism of turning. Turning is a physics. It's a physics understanding of it. So if you understand how everything turns and you have the work, that's what ballet technique class is for, to make the structure of your body solid, to make sure you understand where to access energy, access control and balance, and turn it out. And how do we create a torque in the ballet way, right? So you're not afraid, because you're nervous just because you don't know the mechanism. Just like for me to jump in that F1 Formula racing car, just tell me to drive. I don't know what's from A to Z. But if you know from what's A to Z, how to turn on the car, how to make the car move slowly, then fast, and if I turn, what do I do? So if you know the mechanism, you're never going to be afraid of falling. You're not going to be, okay? So it's okay, 63 is not a problem, not a problem. You can just start with a quarter turn, start with a half turn, as long as you know. It's all about understanding your body, understanding your mind, and preparation from your teachers, support, technical support, everything. That's what I love about ballet. It's academic. So in academic setting, everything should be what? Everything has a solution. Every problem should have a solution. That's what I love about ballet, because it's not emotional driven. If it's emotional driven, today we can turn this way. Tomorrow we can turn the other way. Ballet is not like that, right? I love it because my job in a way is easier because it's consistent. The method is consistent. You do a half turn or a single turn, it's the same. Professional dancer do 5. It's a mechanism, it's the same. So not a problem. It's just a part of the process. And again, take my adult class, take my online class, please. I promise you, I have a beautiful, when I teach Zoom classes, I've been teaching Zoom classes for 5 years now or more. And I have students all ages from all over the world and take a class with me in a safe, very supportive environment. So come join me. RDBC classes, Mr. Josh will give you the link. Okay, I'd love to have you. YouTube, for this one, can I ask where you've been teaching before? Well, I was a professional dancer for 20 years. Then I just started teaching classes. After I became, I retired, I just began teaching in the studios, but I became a lecturer in the Towson University. This is where I basically, when I left professional performing career, I became a university professor. That's what I became. I became a university professor because how I was hired, I don't have a degree because my degree is experience. So at that time, Towson University was hired two kinds of people. One is people like me, who didn't go to university, but I went to professional school how to become a ballet dancer. So what I have experience. So at that time, university realized that what they're lacking is people have field experience, not just a book, not just writing about dance, but actually danced. So university began to realize that their curriculum is not meeting the demand of the industry. That's how I was hired to bridge the gap between the real industry and the academic world. So since I really love academic, so that it was a very nice fit for me. And then I became my turning point in teaching. I became director of Kirov Academy. At one point, one of the best school in the world for classical ballet training, and I became one of the very few, maybe known before me, who is not a Russian by blood, became director of Kirov, and that was my really. A very proud highlight of my professional career, and I had an incredible experience in that beautiful school. So that's my teaching, and then I just when I left Kirov, I started my own teaching program. That's what we have right here. RDBC is started as an online program. Then we created DUCON, is a ballet intensive. We travel all over the world. Then just recently, yesterday, we made an announcement of DUCOMPETE. I'm developing, and because each competition, different style, some scholarship based, some are master classes based, some introduce workshop attached to a competition like DUCON, and some particularly focus on classical ballet or contemporary or jazz, different genre, and some opportunity experience competition serves the students in different way, a different skill set, and different age level, everything, right? It's the diversity and the comprehensive in choices serves the community. I love that. I love that. So I don't think school have the right to say you cannot do such a thing just because it's a mandatory for my school. Maybe my child cannot make the team of that school, but she can certainly participate competition as an individual. We don't have to present at school, right? So everything has to be student benefit and interest centered a way of doing things. I believe that if we're in education, students' learning opportunity should be absolutely taking the foremost priority. And I think then I want to go a little bit into it. What is the reason for that, right? What is the reason? So we all want to just to have a fair playing field. Why is we want to narrow down this playing field for what? Sometimes, I have to tell you the truth, sometimes there is some kind of very subtle understanding between the competition and the school, okay, between the competition and the school. So in school supply, very large quantity of enter the particular competition, and some understanding implied of awards and placement, scholarships and recognition, all that. So this is a very subtle structure, you know, because there's a very detailed nuance to that. And what it is school does not want to train students and let them to go to the competition get disappointed. So they want some kind of guarantee that these students will get properly presented and receive something that in order for the students to feel encouraged, which is I completely understand that. I completely understand. But I somewhat disagree the background of it, of this kind of exchange. I think this exchange itself dilutes the value and integrity of the competition, in my opinion. But some parents go along with it. They know, parents are educated people, they know, they can tell there's something, but parents go along with it just because, just like I talked earlier, nobody wants to see their children disappointed and get hurt and cry and break their heart. And I hate to see my children. So be somewhat in that mental state. I will do anything to prevent that. So if I see this kind of, there is a subtle understanding between the school that my child is in with the competition and ensure my child have some kind of, in return, I go along with it. As a father, I will go along with it. And I understand that. It's understand. I won't do it. As a competition, I won't do it. I absolutely won't do it just because if I give you favor, it victimizes others. There's to it. If I have two choices, I give you this because there's such and such and such. I skip the opportunity to this. That could be my child. That's somebody else's daughter right here. That's somebody else's daughter did not belong to the particular school, have a particular understanding with the competition. You understand where I'm coming from. So I won't do it because you benefit one, you're hurting the other. It has to be fair. So I think that's one scenario. And another is economic aspect. There's some perhaps economy, some kind of kickback, some kind of things funneling back to the school if the registration goes beyond some percentage. Not good for me. I don't like it, but I understand it's business. Everybody have to survive. I understand that, but I don't like it. I don't think it's right. Because you are on the back of students' opportunity, right? You're narrowing down the playing field. You're supporting particular things, but you narrow down the benefit of the students. So this is okay. This for me, it's not. I don't support that, but it's okay. But now, let me talk a little bit. Let me go into a little bit. Then, Mr. Josh, we're going to take some questions, okay? So we're going to be here all night. I don't care. I don't care. Now, I want to get to this part. It's bad. It's not good. But it is. It happens. It happens all the time, right in front of our eyes. This situation is, I'm not afraid to say it right now. The school is the investor or the shareholder of the competition. Let's just think about that a little bit. The school is an investor and shareholder of the competition, particular school, some particular school. The school that your child does not belong to, okay? So you enter in the competition with the students from those schools actually own parts of the competition. Come on. How do you think that's going to work? Right? The whole behind scene, these people been having meetings for 3-4 months before you even go into the lobby of the competition. They got things all planned out like playing poker. You got this, everything is already planned. It's rigged. The whole thing is rigged. If that is the situation. That's why I want to create DUCOMPETE. None of this will happen in DUCOMPETE. I can promise you right now. Later on, I'm going to talk about DUCOMPETE Promise, what we promise to the public, to the community. So if you have school as a shareholder and investor of that competition, and if that's the case, where do your students stand? And just ask you a question. Where's your daughter situation? Okay, so let's just resonate that a little bit. Or I'm talking from this moment on, it's bad, okay? So, or the school director is a jury member and her school is participating in that competition, or his school. I see both. Let's resonate that a little bit. I'm the judge. I'm the jury member. I'm sitting here as a jury member and I'm supposed to evaluating my own students on stage. And then you say, I don't do it. I just sit back, I put on my computer like this. I just enjoy my students and my friends. My fellow jury member is judging my students because I'm professional. I don't do it. Now, do you really think it's fair? Do you really think it's fair that your fellow jury member know that's your student and they get they're not gonna give your student a break? So I don't believe so. Or another thing, the jury member goes to particular school to give private lessons during the competition. I've seen it. Everything I said here, I've seen it. I don't make this up. I've seen it. So that's why today I want to talk about something maybe uncomfortable to some, but I don't care because I'm not lying. I'm not making this up. And everything is about the experience that I have. So the jury member goes to those schools to give private lessons and perhaps making a lot of money, profit to them. And the next day, they are going to have a little adjudication assessment as a jury for those students. So let's resonate that a little bit and to see how that makes you feel, because if your child is not a part of it. If my daughter is not a part of that, my daughter is outside of this whole arena. We just have our tutus, our bags, going there and to hope for a good experience. And having all these things I just described has happened already. Behind her back, behind her school's back. I don't think that's fair. I think it's barely. I think it's barely legal. If you're going to give, there's some implication. There's some things wrong with this, and this is not normal. I can tell you that this is not normal, and it shouldn't happen. In my career, I've 3 times. I'm going to confess to you, 3 times I have people approach to me. One is a teacher figure of mine, which is absolutely, it just hurts me so much. I mean, it's a teacher figure who knows me for my entire life, wanted me to explain giving me the registration number of the child and everything, and imply that I take care of them, her. Of course I didn't do it. I mean, you have 7 judges, how do you do it? You can't score, if this 100, you can't score somebody 100. If everyone else score her 85, that's not gonna make any difference anyway, right? So, but where's your conscience? If everybody think this child is 85, you go out there, score this child 100, where's your conscience, right? So I wouldn't do it, and we're no longer speaking right now. And there is, 2 other situations, and it's okay. It's okay. The friendship in that circumstance, it's conditional, right? It's conditional. It's a condition to what you can do for me, and which is not true friendship. True friendship is regardless what you do for me, I'm gonna commit to my friendship, my love, my care to you. That's unconditional. Conditional is as long as if you benefiting me, our friendship is wonderful. If not, there is no such a thing. I don't think it's right. I think this is something I will not participate and I will not be a part of it. Okay, let's take some questions. We're gonna be here for a long time. I'm just getting started, you guys. So here it is. YouTube I'm a late starter. Started when I turned 12. And now I'm 13. Any tips on ankle? Oh, beautiful. Ankle stronger. There's so many things you can do. The TheraBand, elastic TheraBand. Actually, I know the daughter of the doctor who invented TheraBand. TheraBand is about resistance training. Resistance, right? It's a pressure. So you go to Amazon, you can buy them. It's a plastic, have a lot of tension. So you pull this plastic on elastic and you put at the bottom of your foot and you push, you imply, you feel the pressure and you do the flex your foot and point your foot. That's one exercise we can do, use TheraBand. And maybe we can, Mr. Josh, maybe we can Google it, put what that is, like a therapy, TheraBand. I have here, wait a minute, I have somewhere here. Hold on. I can't find it at this moment, but when you Google it, you will see it's an elastic band. Okay, that's no problem. So we can do that. And elevate, just simple. You can do this in your living room. You can do this actually in your kitchen. Flat, you can turn in or turn out. Just let me show you. This is what I do. Just so simple, like this. You see? You see, yeah? Just like this. You can turn in, so simple. Just go up and down. Yeah, we can do this 10 times. Then we do plie, demi-point, and stretch, and lower your heel. Once again, plie, demi-point, push the floor away, and lower your heel. We do that 10 sets. Then we do the whole thing turned out. Yes, just like this, up and down. You don't need it to be fast, just like this, very thorough. The muscle behave better if there's no acceleration, slow. Then we do plie, this is my favorite exercise right here. In plie, demi-point, push the floor away, lower your heel. Plie, demi-point, and push, and down. You do those exercises every single day. I swear to you, you'll improve. Yeah, then do the TheraBand. And I think our YouTube channel, my YouTube channel has a lot of tips in there to basic training. So get it in that going. And please, my suggestion, it's never just the ankle. That's why I give you the exercise. There's a plie involved. It's never just one part of the body part by itself. It's connected to everything else. So it needs a comprehensive, like the plie one, that your thigh also needs training to support that demi-point. So then, also, yeah, you say you sprained your ankle, right? In the past summer. So sprain, actually, it's a very annoying thing. Honestly, I sprained my ankle as a professional dancer. It's very annoying. You have to, I'm not a doctor, yeah, this is just a suggestion. This is not a medical thing to you. I'm just a suggestion as a teacher. You have to ice them, okay? When you sprain your ankle, you build a lot of inflammation inside your ankle. So you have to ice them, especially after exercise, you have to ice them. Okay, very important, ice. Will DUCOMPETE come to the States? Well, you said it. I would love to, and honestly, I would love to. I'm American. I'm Chinese-born American. I've been living in America a whole lot longer than I live in China. So America is my home. And DUCON started America in the height of COVID, actually, when just open a little bit, I started, and it was unbelievable experience, unbelievable to see people just longing for physical interaction. It was just unbelievable. So I have to say, yes, you brought. I mean, has been what DUCON starts here. So we wanted to do this. We wanted to do this right, and I don't just want to do anything just because it's something. I want to do it correctly. So that's a very good idea, and I was certainly thinking about it. Because DUCON, we do 2 West Coast to East Coast, right? We go to Osipova Ballet Academy, beautiful school in the Bay Area, Mountain View, California. Had an incredible experience over there. So this year we're going to go there again in the beginning of August. Then we'll come back to Virginia to have DUCON here. So maybe we work something. Very good idea. What is your favorite ballet turning point? Turning point, old school. Misha Baryshnikov. I tell you, this movie, when I saw that movie the first time in the movie theater, I was fifth year in ballet school. That movie was imported to America, from America to China. It's only limited, it's only, because they only wanted to artistic people like us, like students, ballet students, and ballet dancers, just they didn't open to public. Whatever the content in there, it was not suitable to the public in their eyes. So I was to watch the movie. It was unbelievable experience. We were screaming in the movie theater. It was not a live performance. So we were just screaming. We never see somebody turn like that. It was just unbelievable. Of course, I was 14. There's some scenes in there, and my teacher didn't think it was appropriate for us to see, so we will come back to our school, we'll all have to write a little reflection. See, I swear to you, this is my school, we have to write a little reflection, and certain scenes in there that, not healthy, we'll have to reject that. And how, we only get to learn the ballet part, but the lifestyle part, we're gonna have to reject that. And we'll have to write reflection, write a paper, for real. Yes? So that's my education. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for my education. So is that the 10? Yeah, it's Mr. Josh. Is it fair for a competition to give scholarship to only a selected field, leading to some of them winning 4, 5, 6 scholarships, and which they might not even use? You know what? This is why we're changing that. I worked so hard at the back end of it. So our promise is every DUCOMPETE participant will get a scholarship in cash value. It's not just direct entry. It's not just anything doesn't worth anything. It's the actual percentage to a good school, real school, like Osipova School, Philadelphia Ballet, my DUCON school, partial scholarship. That's a promise. Every participant, you sign up for DUCON, you sign up for DUCOMPETE, you will get a scholarship. That's a promise. So we want democratize. I love that word. Why? Equal playing field, because scholarship, it should not be something that only available to certain people, just like what you just said. Awards, maybe first place, second place, because after all, it is competition, and it has to be award to be evaluated. But scholarship represent what? Learning opportunities, right? We learn, and it's not just, it's opportunity to have a learning experience. So our promise to you is every DUCON participant will get a scholarship offer. That is for sure. Whether you use it or not, I encourage to use it. Yeah, because there are good scholarships, and that's my promise. Adult dancer, I'm a plus-size woman. Are there any? No. So the whole thing, I tell you, the whole thing about RDBC is Rinchard Ballet Coaching. If you look at our mission statement in terms of how I teach, is if everybody have a heart, everybody deserve a high quality ballet education. Everyone deserve. Because for me, it's important. It is not the fact only ballet serves only particular people with certain particular setup. And we in the later life have no control. This is what you're born with it. Some people born with the feet like this. Somebody born with a long neck. Somebody born with the perfect shape, the head. Somebody born with this type of artistry. Nobody can teach them. They're a gift. That's what they give to students. But for the public, we have no rights. Ballet have no rights to say you can learn ballet, you cannot learn ballet, right? So you are if your body shape to be certain kind, if is this kind of, guess what? As long as there is safety in place, as long as it's secure and safe, and it is not reckless from the teacher part of it, that's the teacher, the guidance is very important. To have a secure, healthy, and artistic learning experience. Everybody deserves that, regardless of their body shape. That's my take on this. And I have always followed what I believe. I always have. I have never turned people back just because there's certain ways that my industry actually often look the other way, I have to tell you, but I'm not like that. Does the students need to be an experienced competitive dancer to go to DUCON Singapore? You know, what do you talk about experience the competitive? Because we are an educational structure event. We prepare you for it. So the minute, let's say you register DUCON today, your experience of learning, your experience of the process of learning ballet starts tomorrow, literally starts tomorrow. If tomorrow is Friday, actually Saturday. Saturday is a class. Tuesday and Thursdays for Singapore time, but you have a 10-pack class for you to have a class with me, right? So it's not about, nobody born as competitive dancer. Nobody born as experienced. Think about it. Every experienced dancer have to start somewhere, correct? You cannot be, I'm airborne. I'm born to be a competitive ballet dancer, and there's no such a thing. So my job is start somebody. If somebody is not as experienced competitive, my job is start this journey correctly with you. That's my job, right? So DUCON prepare you for it. So every quarter, we will have evaluation opportunity where you send your competition video to me. I evaluate, I use Loom technology. It's really great, that app. I tell you exactly where you need to work on, where you did great, and this is something my alternative thing, everything. We do it every quarter, okay? So it will be 3 times, we'll have this 3-time exchange, plus when is Singapore DUCON? Okay, we got a website, Mr. Josh has got to get it for you. When is the June 8th through 14th. June 8th through 14th. So my job is prepare you for this. And when you go to DUCON, you are halfway there, right? So everything we talk about in our Zoom virtual experience is all going to be in a live, so your experience compound and the intensity. So we prepare you for the competition. So our experience is comprehensive. It's a full circle. We don't just go there and you evaluate some people as being competitive dancer for a long time, and you're going there, you're not fully prepared. No, we prepare everything, and after that, we're not done. We have momentum pass. We want to keep your progress going, not just drop it, let's say, okay, competition's done, award ceremony, bye, we see you next time. No, we don't do that. We keep our engagement. You still have my presence, you still have my support, you still have my knowledge in your learning journey, and including your parents. We have exclusive parent, DUCON parent engagement where you can ask questions about everything that you don't understand, and I'm here to answer all of your questions for everything. Schools, competition, and how do we support them, nutrition, and how to deal with the stress, and what is the best way for us to support our dancers, everything. That's a moment you and I together. So again, nobody is born to be experienced. Experienced competitive dancer come from somewhere. They start from somewhere. And I want your journey start with me in a very supportive and beautiful way. So here is, yeah, please join DUCON, and we'll get you going really nicely. So let's go back a little bit. I want to talk to you about my own experience as a judge, and I have my own students and my own daughters. Also, my older daughter just graduated from high school, and she's now training in the Washington Ballet, and she's also study online in Arizona State University to become a scientist, actually, to become a planetary astronomy and physics scientist at the same time, and it's training in the Washington Ballet. So, and my younger daughter is competing. She's a competitor. She competes. So where do I fit all this? Where my professionalism come in place in all this, right? So I can tell you what I do. Recently, my student Jocelyn, without knowing, she registered a location YGP where I'm going to be a judge. Guess what I did? I made her change locations, just like that. Go somewhere else. We go somewhere else. Can't happen. I cannot be in a place in the theater as a judge, judging things people have affiliation with me in that capacity. Cannot happen, right? So she's going to somewhere else where I'm not a judge. Change location, just like this. I don't do the little put the, I don't just, I don't judge, everybody else judge, that's my student, I don't do it, you do it. No, I don't do that. Because I know somebody in the audience, some other daughters is going to have some kind of implication to this situation here. Number one, okay? Number two, I don't want Jocelyn, my teacher, as a teacher, I don't want to Jocelyn as my student to have any doubts the fact that she received those placements. Let's say she received first place. I want her to win this fair and square. I don't want her to have a moment to think, maybe, perhaps, I did something to it. Even if I didn't, I don't want her to think that way, because that will contaminate. That would be something she will have for rest for her life, rest for her career. She always think, that year, my teacher was a jury member, and I win the gold. I win the Grand Prix, perhaps. I'm wondering, at that time, and she was very happy, but now I'm wondering what has happened if he wasn't there. So that thought, I don't want that to have that. I don't want her to have think that way for the rest of her life. So this is, I made her change location. Second, my own daughter. I have other teacher coaching my own daughter. And my daughter was never going to compete in the location that I'm judging. I'm a jury member, never. Never, okay? So that's just things that I do. It's a policy of mine. So I will never judge my own daughter on stage. I will never have my colleague do it and I don't do it. And knowing that's my daughter, never happened, never will. Third, I never told any jury member my daughter is participating in let's say our friends is judging Arizona, YGP Arizona. I'm like, hey, watch out my daughter. This will never happen. I will never do it, okay? I don't really care other people do this, I can't. Again, I don't want her to think in her career that I might have done something to propel, perhaps, she will ever think, what if my dad is not Mr. Du? What will happen? So that doubt of hers is going to affect her dancing. You understand, for the rest of her career. If I want her to walk that path, walk that road with confidence. She earned everything, every scholarship, every place, she earned it. I work for YGP. The last thing I can do, I needed to do this, is tell YGP no. It erodes my integrity as a person. If I ever say anything like that to anybody. I want to describe a scene to you. Okay, I want to describe a scene to you. At the finals, at YGP, I was on stage, open stage. I support my student. on stage. My daughter's competing literally like against each other, like in the same group, on same stage, at the open stage at the same time. You understand, if you understand the competition, ballet competition, the open stage is a very intense moment. Everybody try things out with their teachers on their side. I see my daughter over there is being supported by her teacher. I'm over here supporting my own student. They are competing against each other, correct? If you don't have the nerve to do it, if you don't have the guts, if you don't have the integrity and honestly the elegance, the grace to executing something like this, don't be in the industry. Don't be a judge. Don't go there. Don't do it. Right? I can look at myself very comfortably, see my love over there, and I'm here supporting my own student. I want to support my own student 120%. And I have my daughter being supported by her teacher 120%, teacher whom I trust, Miss Nina, I trust 100%. That's called even, fairness, transparency, playing field, right? Equal playing field, democratized stage for everyone, regardless people's background, regardless their profession, regardless their influence, regardless what their parents know, regardless their wealth, their everything. Stage should be even, should be a beautiful place for students, free of that stuff. And I certainly don't want my daughter to be subject, to be victim of that stuff. Absolutely not, right? I certainly will not subject other people's daughter or son with this kind of differentiation on fairness practice. So I think let's, okay, I got this. Yeah. So this is another question. With your experience in ballet competitions, why are jury members allowed to have their own students compete? And how will your competition differ? Beautiful. It shouldn't be allowed. Question. That's the motivation of mine. I'm so happy you brought this thing up. This is why I have DUCOMPETE. This is why we have international classical ballet competition. I wanted to have that environment. I want to have this structure to serve people, concerned citizens like you. You say, why jury members allowed to have their own students? It shouldn't be. It's unfair. How would you feel as a student on stage performing, your teacher is judging you, watching you as a jury panel, and when you go up there to receive a gold, don't you think back of that child's head that my teacher might have something to do with this? And while this is happening, who is victimized actually? You think that child benefiting from this gold medal that she's got? No, because she will never know whether is her truly earned it. She worked so hard every day. She worked so hard. She performed so beautifully. Actually, she should earn this fair and square. She deserved this gold medal. I'm saying she deserved it. But having your teacher to be a judge sitting down there made this not real. You understand what I'm saying? So the victim actually is a student themselves. So that should be barred. That should not be allowed. I would never allow in DUCOMPETE the jury member students compete. That will never happen. I can promise you right now, that will never happen. And how well my competition differ, I can tell you right now, that will never happen in my competitions. And sometimes I have seen a jury member hand some kind of huge award to their own son, own daughter, like this. Congratulations. I mean, that is, no. Again, who is the victim? It's a child, her or himself, because perhaps they really earned it. They are phenomenal. They are. But however, by your participation, you contaminate the whole thing. So you did not do them a favor. You actually contaminated the whole thing. So I will never, so actually I want to talk about how I score, how the score system in my competition. First of all, the jury member, they are not familiar in Singapore. They're not affiliated with any school or anybody. They're not. Okay, so that's my criteria, number one. So they're new on the scene. It's like you've flown somebody to another location to have their trial because you can't try this person in this city because this person is very famous in this city. You have to flown this person to another state to have a trial over there, so their influence cannot go over there. You know, for me, my jury member have no affiliation or familiarity in Singapore, and I do my brand new innovative score method, which is right after the students finish their variation, they do a bow, they stand there, they exit within seconds. Just allow the time. Every jury member's score, that's 3 of us, their score will be publicly shown. 95, 95.5, 94.8, boom, just like that. And it will be, computer will have add the full total number. That will be the score for that particular variation for your child, right there and there, transparent, and nobody can change it. Transparency, right there and there. We don't know where they come from. So we don't have that kind of memory. So it all depends. And they're not DUCON teachers. Yeah, so they might be one of them, could be a DUCON teacher, but it's a new teacher. So again, have no affiliation, no deep ties to Singapore politics, none of it. So this is how I will do. I will certain things here. I'm gonna tell my DUCON promise, DUCOMPETE promise, right, in a second. But this is how I do. I want to create a brand new scoring system. So to eliminate all kinds of things that happens behind the scene. So can we move on? Yes. Great. I want to talk about the DUCOMPETE promise, okay? First, no kickbacks ever. No kickbacks. We don't give people kickbacks. So if you bring 15 students, 20 students to DUCON, great, thank you, welcome. And we will have a set group rate. That's acceptable, a group rate. If you, I think right now we set 10. If any school bring 10 students, we have a group rate. And that is a reward to the parents, right? That's not the cash kickback to the school. That's to the parents to the little benefit for them participate DUCON. If your school bring 10 or more students, I think they get 15% in registration. So that's not kickback. That's a direct benefit back to the parents. So make sure parents, if your school, if you look around, you see your school has more than 10 students, guess what? You're entitled for a discount in registration, okay, please. We will never support or engage kickbacks, okay? Meaning we will never return any percentage of registration fee to the schools to reward the enrollment. Understand? So we don't have that kind of mechanism. So we don't support schools, to come over here and get some kind of return in cash value. So I don't think that's right. Second, integrity above all. Integrity. I don't care if we don't make a penny. Integrity above all. We will never accept any benefits or gifts or favors from parents, teachers, or schools to influence scores. Okay? I want to say it again. We will never accept any benefits, gifts, or favors from parents, teachers, or schools to influence scores or rankings, okay, in placement. And all evaluations will remain transparent, fair, and merit-based. That's my promise. Everything has to be merit-based. We have enough corruption all around, but not going to be here. Do compete, no. Third, independence. I value independence. Nobody control my mind or anything. Independence and fair pay, which is we will never take on investors. There's somebody, we wanted to be a part of DUCON. We wanted to be a part of your your business. So we will never take on investors, okay, or profit, not revenue, profit sharing arrangements with any organization. No profit sharing. Everyone involved in DUCON will be compensated for their work, a fair pay for their work. Yeah, we do have support organizations in Singapore. They do tons of work before and after doing DUCON. They deserve pay. Nobody should work voluntarily, right? So it's a fair pay based on their work, based on what they have contributed to the success of the events, not anything else. They're not investors. Not for future profits or by limiting fair compensation. So we're compensate people for their work, not for future implied some kind of things or by limiting the fair competition, or say, help me to eliminate other competition. I love more competition. More is better, as long as there's choice. At the week we were there, I know there's other competitions. I will never say, go there, come to me, never. If that competition, other competitions benefit for your child, you think it's the best for you, please. But I will never say, you don't go there, only come to me. If you go there, it will be some kind of implied punishment. This will never happen to me. I will never happen. I will never say, okay, if I don't see you here, if I see you at other competitions, okay, later on, if I see you in other competitions, you might want to watch out. This will never come out of my mouth, I'll tell you right now. That's a promise. I get upset just for me to just think about it. Fair competition benefits everyone. So I just talked about this. When fair market competition exists, it's just like a product, right? If we sell this phone, you have iPhone, you have Samsung, you have what everything you have. Everybody have choice because it serves their needs differently, right? You like Apple, somebody else don't like the Apple, they can go buy something else, right? So when fair market competition exists, everyone wins, especially for the students. Students benefit the most if there is a fair market. Students deserve honest and professional and unbiased evaluation, unbiased. So this is something that I want everybody to think about this, unbiased, okay? So that's what they deserve. Students, especially when they're child, when they become adults, there will be enough unfairness out there. They don't need to start that early. Okay? It's particularly not going to start in DUCON. We're not a profit machine, okay? We're not. DUCON is not designed to maximize profit. Actually, hosting a competition should never be only about making money, but about creating meaningful learning experiences. So we don't really make anything extra we don't have to do this, right? It's not about money, but it's all about all-around comprehensive experience for the students. So it's not about making money. Fair opportunities, meaningful growth, this is very important. So we promise to uphold fairness and opportunity in every aspect of our competition. Our ultimate goal is not only to recognize excellence, not only and excellence, but also to ensure that every participant learns and gains valuable resources through their experience with us. That's why I created every participant will receive a scholarship. So that's my promise, yes? And it's only going to get better from here. So, Mr. Josh, let's take some questions.
Yeah, slowly, sorry.
So, in the meantime, I wanted to, what's immediate thing happened is DUCON Winter here, actually in Virginia. Here in Maryland, in Clarksburg, Maryland, just outside of Washington, D.C. And please take a look at this because it's strategically planned this time of the year to support all this, the wave of finals in the springtime. So there's right after holidays, there's a competition scene is going to hit the peak. Okay, so this opportunity for students who wants to get better, who wants to use the break to hone in on specific things and to get their some issues to get resolved. And this is the time to do it. When the school is off and when you're not in school and everybody calm down. And actually I created this particular DUCON for variations, coaching, competition preparation alone. So we don't have to do all the group piece while I love it, but this is just for variation coaching. So for you to have a better experience, better prepared on stage, and to have that much more confidence when you step onto that stage in the spring. So check us out, DUCON Winter, and we only have like maybe 10 spots left, to be completely honest with you. Like 11 spots left. We have 3 teachers, me, Mr. Ricardo, and Miss Anastasia. One come from Italy, one come from Russia. So, and myself. So 3 teachers and a group of students. Let's just work and do some wonderful things. So check us out, DUCON Winter. Why is my teacher telling me I'm not doing enough or I needed to do it more full out when I'm trying so hard? Well, this is perhaps your teacher is failed to articulate which part of that you're trying, which part of the fold out that she's talking about. So you work so hard. They know that, right? They know that. But they want to see you work harder in particular areas. So in terms of correction, I'll give correction. I will never just tell the teacher, it's not enough. Do more, work harder. It's too broad, it's too vague. So I don't ever give that kind of correction. You need to work harder. I'm already working harder. Your feeling is absolutely correct. You're already working hard. I'm sweating, did you see? So it is not, it shouldn't be some kind of psychological, emotional thing. You should be giving specific corrections. So in DUCON, that's what we do. We give specific corrections. So we don't just assume students not work hard. They are working hard. They're just not working hard in a particular space, in the type of working that you're not happy with. So it's our job to articulate that. Perhaps you need to point your foot a little bit more. Perhaps you need to turn out a little bit. Perhaps you need to stand up on your standing leg a little bit. Perhaps maybe it's your head placement. And the root of all problem is the core, right? Strengthen your core, epaulement, your head. The weight of your head sits on top of your body. Every inch it goes left, right, back, and forward has huge implication to the alignment. Perhaps your teacher should give you something specific for you to work on. So not just a broad-based work harder, because that is going to infuriate everyone. So let's go back. So how can we, I see this, how can we work towards consistency in performance? Beautiful question. This one right here, I see it. How can we work towards consistency in performance? Guess what? You might not want to hear it. Practice, practice, practice. Consistency is coming from practice. So consistency in ballet is based on muscle memory. So muscle memory is something we do without thinking about it. It's something that we do just automatically. So we also, another thing I often talk about is the muscle memory, right? If we have muscle memory that we can do those techniques in all sorts of circumstances, especially that you're talking about on stage, performance on stage. What's the difference between stage and the studio? Stage have lights. Stage, you look out, you don't see mirror. That's why I teach students have to look at a mirror correctly. You cannot look at a mirror incorrectly, because on stage there's no going to be a mirror. Because when you go on stage, it's such an unfamiliar world. You have lights shine on your face, right? You look back, you get disoriented. You don't have the mirror there, and you're supposed to be on stage performing your best and execute something perfect. So consistency, practice, 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 and practice in not just one time, 2 times. You have to, if this is the right path, your teacher put you in the right path, and you have to just work toward that direction and you have to just put in the work in. Your body have to behave, it has to understand how to take command in all kinds of scenarios. Just that's what professional is all about. Like even in any circumstances, let's say you're a baker, you're a bus driver, anything requires a skill set and has to have a muscle memory in what they're doing. And the best way to create muscle memory is through practice. There isn't going to be another way. Yeah. And another thing I want to just tell you is don't change your mind, right? So don't students now today, you know, they want to have results right away. So they enter something, and if it doesn't work, in 2 days they change the direction, they change the method, to do something else. And if that doesn't work in 1 or 2 days, they change. So they're constantly looking for the next best thing. And you know, today we live in such a fast-paced world. You know, that might work if you ask this app for this, you have this app for that. Everything's so fast. But in ballet, you're working with your body. You're working with this body that has been looking like this last quarter century. Last 250,000 years. They sort of haven't really changed the inner works of our body. And we're supposed to manipulate our body to do something phenomenal, artistic. So it's not a computer that you're working with. It's not like you're constantly changing the screen, you're constantly changing the website to help you. Ballet, I'm thankful. I'm actually very thankful for ballet because it provides today's young people opportunity to understand hard work, to understand the work ethic still counts. Yeah, so we cannot AI ballet, but I don't know in the future. I don't know with this development. But I don't think they can recreate me. You know what I mean? Like if I'm standing right in front of you, that's a real Mr. Du talking. It's not going to be a fake thing. So again, practice makes perfection. Okay, that's my actually advice. Well, let's say, I really love this engagement. It's phenomenal. So here is it. DUCON is the best experience with excellent teachers. This is the adult, the student, okay, yes, and the top-notch program, and everything else. And recommend for students. And thank you so much. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. And I hope to see you again. I hope to see you again. Marisol, there we go. Because I can recognize it's Marisol. I wish I could see you again. Okay, come winter again. Okay. So is there an opportunity for my daughter to attend a workshop from you, or family is from Australia? We have a student from Australia coming. We have one coming from Western Australia. And I'm working on something. I can't say it right now, but I'm working on something because we have so many. Every other day we have people want us to go to Australia. So I'm working on it. So I will announce something for you for you pretty soon. But again, we have a student from Australia. It's a long way, but you know what? You can come over and you can stay for Christmas. So, or it's before Christmas, right? So you can make a holiday out of it. It's very beautiful. You can go to New York, very close to New York, Washington, D.C. You know, Christmas time, New York is beautiful. So make a family trip out of it. So I think it will be very hard if you come just for 6 days. You know what I mean? Like as a family. But come make a trip out of it. You know, go to Florida. It's warm. Go to Disney World, maybe after DUCON, something. Have a Christmas beautiful down there. Just my suggestions. But I would love to have you. Go to California, beautiful mountain view in August. Very cool, and I love the surroundings. You know, so and then August to come back to Maryland here. So it's up to you. But choice is it can be done. So, I thank you very much. I have a lot of congratulations and everything. So I think the final thing that I wanted to say is that, of course, I want to thank everybody for your incredible support. And for a lot of you, it's been with us for a long time, for many years. A lot of adult students come and say, Mr. Joe, I've been watching your videos for years. And it warms our heart whenever I see that, I have to say we work hard, and we're proud of it. And I love work. I don't feel I'm working, and this is I have a studio here, and everything started here actually. Over there, some of the best ideas coming from this little chairs we have over there, sitting over there. Mr. Josh and Mr. Isaac and myself are sitting over there. Some of the most brilliant ideas coming from here. So it's a journey, and I'm just so grateful that you're here with me, and you are the people make me feel better, and make me feel better and get better. You are, and I truly say that in a very meaningful way, and those praise and I love, but also people who say Renchao, you can do better. You maybe you want to do this. Somebody give me ideas. Also, I love. Right? So you are the people who make our product better. And I'm for that, I'm really, really grateful. So we're going to be doing this quite often, live stream. I think I like this format because this brings me closer to you guys. So if you have any topic you want to talk about, please, Mr. Josh, what is the best way to contact us? Yeah, just direct messaging us. If you have a topic, it's been on your minds. Like today we talk about something, competition, school politics. I just spoke my mind, yeah? And if you have something bother you, if you have something you want to answer, if there's some things you want to discuss, please DM us, and we're going to do a live stream, talk about it. And I love this community we have for each other, supportive, and we're here for each other. Okay, with that, we're good. Okay, thank you.